What's up? What's happening? Let's get some energy out here. Hello, everybody. My name is Smooth. Welcome to the Uncivilized Intellects. We're out here. We're doing it. I got the background behind me right now. Your old boy
my background.
I got a call back later today. See if I can be an actor and book some shit. We got Zach. We got Brian. We're jumping in dick first into this one. Dick first, no condom in that wet. I don't know if we talked about the Nate Robinson. Did we ever talk about that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, you thought
not.
we weren't going to talk about that? We're going to start off with that. We're going to jump in this motherfucker hot. I was in Vegas at the spot, at my sis spot, just hanging out, watching the fight, doing my life, living my dreams. And I was excited like everybody about the Tyson fight. You know, Brian was like, hey, you guys come over to the Tyson fight. That really didn't happen, but we still talk to each other.
Yeah.
And before the Tyson fight, we had a Jake Paul fight. Now, Jake Paul's an internet guy. I'm an internet guy. He actually had been to ADD before. Brian doesn't remember, but he was around there, Brian. He's a nice kid.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword, he's a kid. He was a skinny-ass white kid. And now, next thing I know, he's fighting who? And I look up, I'm like, Nate Robinson. And I'm like, the basketball player?
Right.
Oh, man. But Nate Robinson's an athlete. Brian knows that.
Yeah.
He's an athlete. He's got he played football. He's a dunk champion. They're about the same size, Brian. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, this should be interesting, but Nate should pretty much work this guy. I would say in the first round, the first knockdown was the back of the head hit. And I was like, I hit him in the back of the head. He's going to do all right. You know, Snoop Dogg's commentating. He's like, he's wearing basketball shoes in the motherfucking ring is what Snoop Dogg said, which is true. Also what Brian brought up.
Yeah.
And then in the second round, I'm like, you know what? Something doesn't look right. Zach, I'm watching this. I'm like, this Jake Paul guy actually trained. This Jake Paul guy actually knows what he's doing. And, I'm just going to be honest. This is a Negro secret. Sometimes black people, when they see white people, they don't even think they can fight at all. We give zero chance to the white guy.
I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened there because I know I told you I know Snoop Dogg was in the back like Nate. If you don't whoop this white boy's ass for the culture,
culture.
Yeah. I know. So when Nate came out there looking like he wanted back his box of pancake batter from his neighbor, that's the way he was thinking. That's the way he was fighting. He was fighting like he wanted a box of pancake batter back. Just aggressive, like
dude.
It was bad. It was bad. How come? Tell me why when he first came out, not only did he just run at him like it was a street fight, did you see him almost try and pick him up?
Yes.
He almost literally put his arm under his leg to like slam him on the ground. And it was I don't know who the fuck trained him, but they should not be allowed to train people to fight.
I thought you trained him. I was like, Zach, you trained this nigga.
I have better hands than he does. I could have trained it better than that.
I thought Crown trained him.
Yeah, Crown. And first of all, people like Zach said, in a street fight, and Brian noticed, the first thing a nigga want to do is lock you up and slam you. Yeah. They really don't want to box with you because half the time they're already high because they've been smoking.
It's just straight to the ground, and then it's just a wrestling match.
And it's either that or they throwing haymakers.
Haymakers.
Knock you out real fast.
Haymakers.
Yeah. You don't want to go the distance.
Yes. Let me let you in, white people, on just a Negro secret. Most niggas that you see, one, have never really fought one-on-one. And two, fighting groups. That's really what happens. And you could see Nate really want to lock him up. That's why he kept rushing at him instead of taking his time. Let's get to the knockout because we got a lot to get into with just how this has now progressed. So he knocks him out, and Brian, someone touched my shoulder. It was the ghost of Martin Luther King. Someone touched my other shoulder. I look, and it's a baseball bat. I look up, it's Jackie Robinson. Negro legends came in and was like, what is this nigga doing? He, not only did he get knocked out, Brian, he got knocked the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He landed on his face.
Yes.
On his face!
Yes. But that was like the second time he got knocked down.
I think it was the third. It was
third.
the third.
It might have been the third.
It was the third. Yeah.
After
that was the first
one,
like clean knockout though.
After the first one, he was looking a little iffy, like he didn't want to fight no more.
And you know what he did, Black? He uppercutted him, straight jab, and then a hook. Watch the tape. Uppercut. He brought him up, jabbed him in the face, and when he hooked him, that was it. Nate Robinson, his arms just like almost stiffened the fuck up. He hit the ground, and I was like, damn. And Snoop Dogg was like, oh, Lord, 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 like a Negro spiritual.
Yeah.
Even Jake was like, damn, this is fucked up. And so then what happens is the memes come. And, you know, niggas is ruthless.
Oof.
Even I
did not take long.
Nate Robinson challenge. I laid on the ground with a thing of jambalaya, Xanarans, and a thing of goddamn taco shells. With my feet
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh, I had to roast him. He knew better than that. You can't do that right now. After George Floyd and just senseless deaths, you're going to do this. That was worse. That might have been the worst fucking thing I've seen this motherfucking year. So then after that, guys, what do I hear today? Well, actually yesterday.
Yeah.
His brother.
Oh, yeah, fighting Mayweather.
Brian.
Yeah, Mayweather.
Fighting who?
Floyd Mayweather. Yes.
Am I buying it? Yes. Do I love it? Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mayweather's either like this. He's like, it's a lot of money in fighting this guy.
Yeah.
From a social media perspective, because that other guy is big on social media. Or he's like, I might be able to get another knockout at 41 or 42.
Well, it's a genius move for Mayweather because it's going down just like Tyson and why can't I think of his face? Roy Jones. It's an exhibition. So it doesn't count against his record either way. It's just going to be an exhibition, and it's a fucking clown show at this point. I mean,
and you know that George Foreman has come out and said he wants to train Nate Robinson for the Jake Paul rematch.
He needs to be trained by fucking somebody. That dude has no hands, literally no hands at all.
I mean, he has no. He has. No. I would say he has hands. He has no
zero hands. He has zero hands.
He hit him a couple times.
We're mixing two things. We're mixing two things.
Now y'all
he is a raw athlete. He is a raw athlete, and that's all he banked on.
Yeah,
dude has
that's true.
Zero hands. He got knocked smooth the fuck out. Smooth.
Well,
like lights off, like a light switch. It was like click, done.
But listen, he didn't get knocked out because of his hands. He got knocked out because of lack of technique. The dude is just sticking his face out there.
Hands. He had no defense. He had no defense at all. His hands never went up one time. He did that. It's also a part of hands. Those are what you call hands. He uses his hands. Kid has. I'm not losing this. He has zero hands. No.
All right. When this goes viral, look. When this goes viral, and Nate Robinson tweets you, Zach, and said, "I'm ready for you to step in the ring."
Apparently, all I need is roughly about a year of training, and I'll knock him smooth the fuck out as well, because he will still have zero hands. Who trained this man? Who? That's the question. There were literally guys that were like professional coaches on Instagram coming out like, this shit is dangerous, just so y'all know. Like, you can't just be an athlete and walk into like an MMA or a boxing ring and with these guys that can really fight that have been trained. They will knock you smooth the fuck out like it happened, and you can do serious damage to somebody. You could do brain damage. You could do all kinds of fucked up shit. He was like, that was literally dangerous to send him into the ring with that little training that he had. You could tell. There was none, man. It was amazing. I'm just like, for as hyped as this was, to be fighting before Tyson fights, and you went in looking like that, I literally feel like we could pull a dude off the street and just be like, hey, man, you want to fight? And he would probably have put up a better fight.
When Nate Robinson sat up, he looked like he was about to order Chef Maryland's. He forgot where he was. He forgot he was in the ring. He said smother pork chops. He said smother pork chops. Go ahead, bro.
Brian is right. The Chef Maryland's, if you guys don't know, best soul food restaurant to me. You walk in, they don't even have tables for your ass. They're like, get this and get the fuck out of here. It's all great stuff. I literally eat the Chef Maryland's when I used to get my hair cut at a goddamn Blood barbershop. And I would eat it on top of the mailbox right by where Phillips is. Brian knows exactly what I'm talking about, right across the street. And Chef Maryland's, the nigga got up, sat on the stool, he looked at the ref and said, hey, which bedroom is mine? Like, Like him and his dad were like, hey man, where we going? We going fishing? What we doing? Yeah, Chef Miller, smothered pork chop, brown rice with that gravy. Get the fuck out of here. So now we got the Mayweather fight. That's happening. I'm watching it. I love everything that's going on. Let's stick to sports. Now Pippen has come out. First of all, can Pippen's wife stop fucking everybody?
You know?
God damn. I mean, she a bad bitch. I'd fuck her. But can Pippen's wife, who is she fucking now, Brian?
Some basketball player.
Some nigga from the Timberwolves, to the point, Zach, that her son, Scottie Pippen, and her son, who's like, I think he's like a college kid, he's good. He's like, Mom, can you please stop fucking everybody? Like, Scottie Pippen's that has got to be embarrassing. Could a parent be more embarrassing than that, Zach? That your friends are like people damn near your age are fucking your mama.
I think it just goes down to like, I'm a firm believer of let somebody do them if she ain't hurting anybody, and I definitely don't think she's hurting anybody. But I don't think that reflects poorly on Pippen. You know, I mean, that's the only thing that I would argue if I were like Scott, if I were Scottie Pippen or the son, the only thing I would argue is, do you know how bad your son is going to get fucking roasted?
Roasted.
He's a kid in high school or college, doesn't matter. You are setting him up to be destroyed by everybody. Like, that's instant ammo that every dude's going straight to if he tries to get anything. You know he can't try and roast anybody because people are just going to fucking honey roast him immediately talking about his moms. And it's true. And it's true. Think about all those your mom jokes every fucking stupid kid has ever made to him. And like, roasted. I'm saying exactly. That's why I'm like, that's the only defense that I could possibly have. Outside of that, I'd be like, you know, you do you. That sucks as Pippen, but they haven't been, you know, and past that. He goes to sleep on a bed of money and cries himself to sleep. So I'm sure he's fine.
Lots of Pippins on that how Stella got her groove back type shit. She said, I'm gonna fuck Future. I'm gonna fuck Big Sean. It's like all around
fucking everybody. And to top it off, Pippen there has now told Jordan he wasn't pleased with how he was portrayed in The Last Dance. That just came out 6 hours ago on TMZ. I gotta say, when Mike a cold motherfucker. When Mike was like, you know, Scottie was selfish and he should have played that game. And I was like, wait a minute, Mike wasn't even there. Remember, Mike? This is when Mike was playing baseball.
Yeah.
Mike, shut the fuck up, man. Throwing Pippen underneath the goddamn bus. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Pippen, man. But hey, you don't win without Pip.
No.
You don't win without Pip.
No.
And that's a goddamn fact. You know, and I'm just to keep it to sports. Can anybody beat Patrick Mahomes in this?
They're fucking good, man. That game last night, dude, they're
Ryan's
dangerous.
face was like, no.
The Broncos stopped them. The Broncos defense stopped them for like the first half of the game. They were shutting them down. They're not good in the red zone, but it doesn't matter. They just get there so fast. I mean, I have never seen somebody as fast as Hill. That man, like, I've never seen a professional athlete be able to hit like just a different gear and leave every other player on the field behind. It's fucking crazy to watch in person. It looks like somebody just hit like a fast forward button on him. It's insane. But no, I don't think so. I think they're going to the Super Bowl again.
I mean, the way Patrick Mahomes throws the ball, sometimes it's like, what is he doing? Like, he's throwing it like a baseball. But remember, his dad was a baseball player.
Yeah. Didn't he get drafted by some baseball teams as well? And he chose to go to the NFL draft instead. But he was getting calls from baseball teams as well out of college. Like, we'll draft you. We'll take you. Yeah. And he picked football instead.
Yeah, he's an all-around bad motherfucker. And, those games yesterday, great games. Great games. To let some of the listeners know, we had a social distance hang over at Bryant's. He got this beautiful television. We were just watching the games, watching the Raiders actually pull some shit out.
Yeah.
I don't think them Cowboys played though. Did they, Brian?
I don't know.
Let's go straight to the Lakers. The Cowboys. We didn't talk about the Lakers, I think, last time on the podcast, and we got to get into these guys before we completely switch to a different topic. The sports is so hot when you come off of it on Sunday. The Lakers have added every goddamn person alive to the motherfucking team.
They're going to win again. There's no way.
I don't see how the Lakers lose this year, unless somebody hits LeBron James with a truck while he's crossing the street, I don't know how. I mean, you add Montrezl Harrell.
Yep.
Already dangerous.
Who's already crazy as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
You add, who else did they add, Brian?
What's that? Marc Gasol.
Jesus Christ.
The dude from the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes.
That Beasley. I forgot his last name. Yeah, something like that.
And then they added Schroeder.
Yeah, Schroeder.
The nigga
I mean, that's I say honestly, Schroeder and Marc Gasol are probably gonna be the biggest threats. Especially
don't forget about Montrez.
Oh, I know about Montrez.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be good too, but I think Marc Gasol is gonna be the sleeper because he can shoot threes. He
can pass.
So he's gonna space the perimeter out. So they're not gonna leave him out on the 3-point line too much.
I mean, let's be honest. Them already having just LeBron and AD again is already enough that you put 3 other warm bodies on the fucking court, and they're going to get pretty goddamn far, and they're already better than most teams. But now you're giving them depth like this, and like you said, with Gasol shooting, get the fuck out of here. There's no way.
You could literally take AD out of that equation and and the rest of the team, and if you started Schroeder, Braun. Oh, it's not Beasley. Whoever that third, Wesley Matthews, Gasol, and Montrezl Harrell. I don't see who's beating that team because that means LeBron is dishing in and freeing up goddamn Montrez, and then you have Gasol who can shoot threes. So now you got to go all the way out to the three. And then Schroeder can cut to the basket. He's basically a younger Rondo, and the reckless kind of shit that he does. LeBron's not going to allow that. That's the difference between LeBron and Kawhi. That's why the Clippers, who then came out, Paul George, who was engaged or dating the coach's daughter, and then cheated with a stripper, then tries to throw Doc Rivers under the bus, talking about, Doc didn't make the adjustments, yada, yada, yada. Then Doc came out today and said, well, you got Ty Lue, nigga, but Ty Lue was sitting right beside me.
Exactly.
What's going to be different? He's an assistant coach. The assistant coach can easily go to the head coach and be like, this ain't working, right, dog? We're still losing. Ty Lue didn't do any of that shit. He kept it very light-skinned and kept his mouth shut. So Paul George, the Clippers, ain't happening.
No.
I don't see, Zach, how Houston gets rid of goddamn Harden. Why?
Yeah. Now that they have John Wall too, because John Wall's over there. So I mean, I think that actually would be a better combo than Harden and Westbrook.
Westbrook's insane, and I love him.
Yeah. I think John Wall might work over there in Houston a little bit. So we'll see how that works. Yeah.
They said he showed up like 2.5 hours early to the first practice and set the tone with his intensity, is what they said. Westbrook did. Like the first practice. Yeah, the first fucking practice for the team. He showed up like 2.5 hours early. And all they said was like in quotation marks, so they were like, he set the tone of the practice with how intense his shit was. So I think the rest of the team is just like, holy.
Oh, it's real now.
Yeah, like,
oh my God. Playoffs, Brian.
Oh my God. We got to
playoffs. Oh, yeah. They better make the goddamn play. And we know that KD and Flat Earth Kyrie, that crazy, batshit crazy motherfucker, Kyrie, they better make the goddamn playoffs. Man, because, I mean, if they can stay healthy, Brian, because both of those niggas are liable to get motherfucking hurt, and you know that.
Yeah, I mean, they should make the playoffs. They're in the Eastern Conference, man. That's a cakewalk, man.
Yeah, I know, but when your legs look like black ass linguine,
look like whole wheat linguine.
Yeah, whole wheat linguine, and you're playing beside somebody that thinks Santa Claus really lives in the North Pole. There's two crazy motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I think Miami's going to come back. It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA starts December the 22nd while football's going on, while college football's going on. My Alabama team, but Alabama, the goddamn coach keeps getting COVID. Gotten COVID twice. COVID's goddamn real. COVID's fucking
definitely.
COVID's affecting everything. Let's segue right into it. Movie theaters. Warner Brother releases, and the three of us know this, Matrix 4, The Conjuring, The Devil, You Don't Know the Devil Inside, all of their motherfucking 2021 movies. are coming out. Where is that? They're streaming.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Are you serious?
HBO Max.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, obviously, movie theaters. I don't think movie theaters are gonna die. You still see they're renting them out now. You can like privately rent them and socially distance.
Yeah.
You know, and have a whole theater to yourself. Like, get a group. But
They're gonna die.
yeah, that's not
They're
where.
gonna die, Brian.
They're gonna die.
Yeah, Zach. I think they're dead, man.
Yeah.
Like, you have a 70-inch. Me and Brian both got 65s. Like, it's like my TV at home is like, you know what I mean? I'm comfortable here.
True.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
I don't have to
everybody
pay
has
for
it.
shit. I don't have to be
No.
around other fucking people talking, texting, doing stupid shit. I can see I mean, trust me. You know, I already don't like movie theaters because of other people. I
Yes.
love the experience, but unless it's a movie that is like super crazy fucking graphic or like audio, you know what I mean? If it's like, I'm not gonna go see a drama or some shit in a fucking
No.
theater. I don't give a shit about that. It's got to be worth seeing on a big screen with the sound.
Yeah.
But like you're saying now with the TV, you know, TV and the sound setup that I have,
You're
why?
good.
I mean, you have everything at home. You have
Yeah.
everything at home.
Literally.
Everything.
Yeah, you save so much money too. You don't have to
Yeah.
Plus
toss some
booze.
damn popcorn in your
Plus I can
microwave.
drink,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Throw some butter on that motherfucker
Right
at
on.
home.
At home.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, I was talking to a buddy of mine who none of us have any kids. Thank God, 'cause kids are crazy as fuck. And he was like, now I don't have to do that babysitter. And me and my wife have this date. And we need to plan that out. Then I got to pay for the babysitter. I got to do all this fucking shit. My wife's looking at the phone in the theater trying to see if we're going to get a text that one of the kids hit the. Now we're at home. The kids, we put them to bed. Then we can do this in the safe. You know what I mean? Like it's.
And you can fucking pause it if you need to go to the bathroom, if
Or
you
deal with the
need to
kids.
go get the kids, anything. You can just rewind it and be like, what did I
Yeah.
miss? Instead of like, there was that website that would tell you like the good parts of a movie to go on a bathroom break. I forget what the
Yes.
website was called, but it would tell you like nothing happens from like this, you know, from 55 minutes to 57 minutes. You got 2 solid minutes of bullshit. Go.
Yeah.
Take your ass to the bathroom. Then is the best time to go, you know?
Yeah.
But now being able to pause it, it's just another thing, you know? I think it's great. I enjoyed movie theaters when that was a thing.
Yeah.
But too bad. Oh, well.
I think with COVID and people not trying to fucking get COVID, I think it's just a done deal. I think Netflix and them are just really, really trying to get content out. Because, I mean, I've seen everything. Queen's Gambit, seen that, seen Ratchet. I mean, we were talking about this yesterday.
Mhm.
I mean, Brian has hit me to the alien worlds, watching that. You know, it's that's why they're doing it. Because they're like, shit, people need shit to look at.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like we were talking about yesterday in a great segue, the vaccine. The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
The fucking vaccine. While we're doing this podcast on a Zoom, not in the same room like we started off. The vaccine. So I guess next week, Zach, it comes out for elderly and first responders.
First responders are first, but that's going to be such a massive wave because you got to think about every healthcare official plus essential workers plus firefighters, police officers.
Jesus.
You know, I mean, there's a massive population
That's
that has
right.
to get it through them. That counts
Yeah.
as the first responders, essential workers, because that might also include shit like grocery store workers.
Yeah.
You know, because they have to be
Yeah.
there. You know, and you
Yeah.
know that's where it starts to get kind of weird and where the argument and debate is. But then it'll go to the elderly community, and then after that,
The crazy
Yeah.
thing about it is I don't even know if they've officially said that it 100% prevents you from getting COVID.
no.
No.
The best one, the Pfizer one, had 95% efficacy, and I don't even think a lot of times it's I've done zero research on this, so disclaimer: I'm not a fucking scientist and I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But my understanding of it is it would probably be one of those vaccines in the sense of like instead of getting it and it going into the full blown what it does, like lung damage and like all of the shit it does, it stops it from turning really bad and instead turns it into just like a flu that your
Yeah.
body can then fight off and get rid of. There's no way you can, that's like getting a flu shot because what's happening
Yeah.
is I think the virus, the COVID virus is changing. It's what do they call it? Morphing, like evolving.
Mutating.
Yeah, that mutating. That's the word. And if it's like the flu, there are going to be thousands of strains. That's why we don't have there's not a preventative vaccine for the flu. You go get a flu shot, and what that does is they updated all of the different viruses to the most current ones that we have for that year. And that is going to prevent it from getting really bad. But I don't think they're ever going to be able to full blown prevent it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I hope that'd be cool. But I don't think that's what's going to happen from my understanding of the way this virus works. It would just be like, you take it, you get sick from getting it. Cause that's the other thing they're saying is some people are going to have different reactions and some people are going to get sick as fuck when they get the vaccine and you get it, but then you have it in your body so that when it gets reintroduced, you can already fight it off. And instead of turning into all the negative shit, you just get really gnarly sick for a week or two and then it goes back. But hey, if they can tell me that I'm not going to die from it.
Yeah.
You guys already know my stance though. I'd be in line. I'd be first in line. I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you made a good point yesterday. You said if all these people can do all these random drugs that are man-made and they have absolutely no clue what's in them, how you can't take this vaccine?
We all know somebody, probably the same person, that is all about doing Molly and X and acid and all these different drugs and coke and like, look, I'm all down for a good time, but nobody asks questions on where that shit is. And now we start talking about a vaccine and now people want to talk about like chemical purities and bullshit. It's like, no. The best quote I saw was put the vaccine in a vape pen and nobody will ask what the fuck is in it.
I mean, this girl did a meme and she was like, she's like a little TikTok video. She was like, the vaccine, people afraid to take it. That's crazy. I've been eating American cheese, just sliced American cheese my whole life. I don't know what the fuck's in that.
Yeah.
Do you eat McDonald's, motherfucker? What's in that? What's in the burger?
Do you eat Jell-O? Do you eat Jell-O? Do you know there's not a plant that grows this gelatinous, clear, red, different flavored Jell-O? Like, people have no idea what the fuck goes into all this shit. No. And somehow, because of these fucking anti-vaxxers, Jenny McCarthy, like 15 years ago, your gut reaction now when you hear about a vaccine is to be like, I don't know, instead of like, oh, science. Okay, science. That makes sense. Because the scientists making it don't work for fucking, they're not Bill Gates. They're not billionaires. They're not fucking trying to peddle it to, like pharmaceutical manufacturers. These are just fucking scientists that were fucking lab nerds that enjoyed that shit, that went to school for it and study that shit and genuinely care about making the world about, fixing it, like once it gets out of their hands, now that's a whole different story. But I don't know. I have faith in science.
This is going to be a very easy thing because now they're talking about some like news article. What was like, well, what if your employer is like, you have to take the vaccine to come back to work or yada, yada, yada. And certain people might not take it. And then I guess you just lose your job. I know for bars and restaurants in LA, and like we talked about, we're shut down again,
Oh, it's awful. And, it's been awful, but people are finally starting to protest, and restaurant and bar owners and people are putting shit up and videos up, on social media talking about how fucked up it is. Did you see there was one restaurant owner, I do not know which restaurant this is. It's fucking heartbreaking. So they shut down this woman's restaurant after we were talking about this, after she had just spent thousands of dollars making a COVID compliant outdoor patio in the parking lot. Dang. Get this. They shut her restaurant down. She's losing everything. She had to close forever. They bring the moving company to start moving all the shit out. And they set up tents right next to her patio that look exactly the same as what she has set up. And she's like, you explain to me how the fuck that is safe for you guys to set up and for them to fucking work, but you're shutting my shit down because that isn't. It's just it's insane.
It was a TV show.
It
was craft service for a television show.
Yeah.
They were shooting a TV show, and she's like, well, how does the industry get to do this? And then I have to shut down. And my buddy Noel sent that to me. He was like, well, how does this make sense? I said, well, now the difference is everybody on that set has been tested.
I was about to say they've been tested.
Yeah.
Like when I do these commercials, which I've done this year, Brian knows this, you know this, Zach. I go to a fitting, what happens? I get tested, rapid, boom. I go on set that day, and the first AD, not the director, but the first assistant director is like, if you test negative, you are out of this commercial. And we'll just positive? Bring in a positive. And we'll just bring a background person in or just cut you out of the spot.
Yeah.
It happens. So they're not playing. So that's what happened with her. I mean, I know for bars like we talked about, it'll go on your driver's license. When they swipe it, it'll show up. Whether you've gotten a test or you haven't. I think, it's a worldwide thing. COVID just isn't here. It's everywhere. Like one of our buddies who used to go to the bar, actually Bigfoot, he said, yeah, my friend in Australia has fucking COVID. I'm like, it's fucking everywhere. Hopefully we can figure this out soon so I can get back to work and stop throwing loose change at my wife, which is my new pastime now, just throwing hot nickels at my wife. That's how I've been spending my time.
Wisely.
Yeah, wisely doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And spending.
You keeping them nickels in the family.
Yeah, keep There's a story out here, guys, that really I want to get your take on. And I think, Brian, you might know about it. Dr. Dre's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Dre has this, not estranged, this is his daughter. And she basically is broke with kids, like living in like this one bedroom apartment, something crazy, Zach. And she's like, Dad, can I please get some money? Dr. Dre is like Jay-Z rich. Like Dr. Dre is worth like probably 8, 9, like Beats by Dre.
Yeah, was $1 billion deal.
They're like Jordans. Like kids who live in the hood will just get the Beats by Dre to be seen with them, kind of like Jordans. But you go to their house, they might not have a fucking mattress. So
and that technology is in Apple products too.
Yes. And in cars, Brian. So Dre has plenty. Dre has enough money. He could literally just give her $500,000. Or if he didn't even trust her, just like, look, I'll buy you a house in regular America where you live for like $300,000, which Dre probably has jewelry worth more than that.
Yeah, 100% does.
What? I watched a video of Drake. These young kids do this. How much am I wearing? Video where like my shirt costs. Yeah, and Drake was like, bracelet, about $50,000. And Drake literally was wearing like $1 million worth of shit. And the other kid, you see that video, bro? The other kids around him who thought they was like these kids from Fairfax. Drake shut that shit down. He's like, I'm wearing Tom Ford, which is Gucci, alligator fucking loafers, about $30,000.
Yeah.
One kid was like, ooh, he's wearing Jordans. And Drake's like, that's cute. I'm wearing real shit. Like, I'm wearing shit that even the Air Max, the Back to the Futures, my shoes cost more than that.
Well, yeah, he also has the collaboration, OVO. So you can't
sure.
really pull out some Jordans and be like, I got Jordans on. You're like, nigga, I got OVO. You see this little this nigga, this is custom. So yeah, it's a different hang. It's a different hang.
It's a different hang. Zach, should Dr. Dre take care of this girl? Even though they've been a little estranged, she's probably 37 years old. And the story really hit me. I'm like, damn, if I'm a billionaire and I know that's my fucking daughter, am I gonna have my daughter stay in a fucking 1-bedroom apartment with 3 kids or whatever her living situation is? It ain't up to par. Like, she's like, you know what I mean? Like,
my view?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Maybe she's a giant piece of shit. I'm not saying she is. Hear me out. I'm not saying she is. Maybe she's a giant piece of shit. Maybe he has tried and tried and tried. I know what that's like to have a family member that is just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And all I'll say is I have no fucking idea what the backstory is, so I'm not going to judge at all because I know people in my life that I could have more money than Jeff Bezos and they could be on their deathbed and I'd be like, you're not getting a fucking penny from me.
Dude.
I will pay more money making sure that you don't get a fucking penny from me than give you a fucking penny. Yes, 1,000 fucking times without blinking. So all I'll say is, we don't know the backstory. We don't know the backstory. Don't judge.
Well,
don't judge.
I heard that she hadn't seen him in 17 years, and she hadn't seen him since she got married. He got married to that new chick. That's what I heard.
It could be something bullshit. Maybe he's the asshole in the situation, and he didn't like the guy that she was with, so he cut her off, and she was like, fine, fuck you. I'm saying there's a million different scenarios, so I don't know.
Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows.
If she sucks, it's his money.
God damn.
He got a lot of issues right now. He has a lot of issues right now.
Who, Dre?
Hell yeah. You see that the courts also said they want him to open up his finances now. So we thought it was over, and they were like, we want to know exactly how much money you're making now. I know he's pissed. now.
Wow.
Yeah, because
the wife divorced it.
The wife wants the money. She wants half of that. She's like, I need to see how much money he's making. She wants the breakdown. He's about to get fucked now. Yeah, it's almost. Yeah.
Hey.
Wow. Fortunately, when you're worth almost $1 billion, it's hard for me to feel bad that you have money issues. Yeah. Sorry, bud. You got money to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh no, you might have to sell one of your fucking $40 million yachts or your fucking $50 million jet. I don't fucking feel bad at all.
All right, we got to get out of here. This has been Uncivilized. Zach came in hot at the end. I think that take was too hot. We got to end the goddamn show. Jesus Christ. Well, damn, I was thinking about giving the bitch some money, but now Zach can talk me out of it. The bitch got to starve. Zach is goddamn right. Well, guys, this has been great. One of our members is going on a trip for a little bit. We'll be away for a little bit, but we're going to come back to you guys, Uncivilized. I'm going to go meet Ellen Page, who now goes by Elliot Page. We're going to go...
Shut the fuck up. Just don't even finish that, man. Just don't even finish that, man. Just shut the fuck up.
I moved. That's Brian. Right. Yeah, we're gonna get sued. Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Be good.
All right.
Peace.
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 Say you